.50 caliber cartridge is one of the most lethal rounds used in a wide range of firearms. From a sniper rifle to a machine gun, its presence places a weapon high in the rankings. It was used in the .50 BMG, a heavy machine gun developed in the late 1910s, said to have the capability of sending you to the next realm, even if you wear strong armor enough to stop it. A .50 caliber is also said to be able to shatter a bone in multiple pieces in a single hit. How true are these claims? Welcome back to the US Marines channel, and let's find out exactly how lethal a .50 caliber is. Also referred to as the 12.7 by 99 mm NATO, the .50 caliber is an ammunition measuring about 0.5 inches in diameter. This measurement is usually seen in firearms like machine guns, rifles, etc., used in producing a powerful hit from a far range. The .50 caliber has a significantly great stopping strength and the capacity to defile the integrity of steel, concrete, and other compact targets. Even body armor isn't left unscathed. The cartridge exists in different sizes and shapes depending on the firearm in which it is adopted. There are rounds with sizes that can pierce body armor alongside hollow point and full metal jacket rounds. This size and the energy it amasses place it on the list of the most lethal weapons. In fact, many believe it should not be handled by a civilian or used for regular purposes. While it is employed by the military and other forces, it is nonetheless used in contests like marksmanship and also hunting, most especially those of long ranges. Speaking of its lethality, it can be based on a number of factors. While debating the issue, the locus of the target, the ammunition's velocity and weight, as well as the weapon's type are considered. But before diving into this, let's quickly understand the exact mechanism of action of a .50 caliber round. Being larger than average and brimming with power, it can shoot a bullet measuring about 42 grams in weight and hitting about 900 meters per second in velocity. Combining these capabilities, the amount of energy it'll be able to generate might just be beyond one's imagination. This power will undoubtedly result in serious damage to the site of impact. Since it is equipped enough to bust through a wide range of materials, its lethality rate is up a notch. That is, its tremendous velocity and significantly high weight will give the cartridge just what it needs to find its way through light vehicles and concrete walls. Should a target seek cover with regular barriers, they'll definitely be a goner since the caliber will most certainly penetrate. The high kinetic energy of a .50 caliber round will on impact cause extensive damage to the victim. If it hits anything but extremities, the chances of survival are 0 to nothing. Plus, the caliber generates a destructive shockwave that also results in extra damage to sites surrounding the actual region of impact. That will result in damage to internal organs and extensive bleeding. Back to the factors affecting the lethality of a .50 caliber round. As stated earlier, the site of impact is a determinant. If the victim gets a hit on the chest or the head, the lethality is a solid 99 out of 100. That is, one should either expect death on impact or severe organ and tissue damage that'll ultimately result in death should they fail to get immediate medical attention. More so, the location of the target is a factor. Depending on the distance between the handler of the .50 caliber round and the target, the lethality of the round might vary. If the target's location is close to the shooters, the danger involved will be higher than if they are at a further location. The reason is that the kinetic energy of the bullet hits its peak at a closer range, and as such, causes more damage. As stated earlier, the use of a .50 caliber is not limited to warfare. It can also be used in sport shootings or for hunting. Given its accuracy and power, most contests involving long-range shooting employ this round. The .50 caliber is also less affected by gravity and wind thanks to its having weight and velocity on its side. And of course, that improves its function as a long-range weapon. Its lethality is also exploited in the swift extermination of an animal, putting it to rest without the issue of it dwelling in pain for an extended period before finally meeting its death. Considering the round's power, it is reasonable that there have been controversies about its use. For one, the ability of a .50 caliber to generate that much energy and pierce through a wide range of targets leaves room for collateral damage. That's to say, an object or a person not being the item of the target doesn't put them out of harm's way. Moreover, a cartridge with such power is quite difficult to control, making it hard to rule out the possibility of an unexpected consequence. To minimize occurrences like this, only trained professionals are encouraged to handle the weapon. Anti-personnel and anti-material functions are one of the roles performed by a .50 caliber cartridge. It can destroy hard objects, aircraft, and vehicles. It can significantly shift combat in the handler's favor by destroying opponent troops, and as such, commonly adopted in sniper rifles. Despite the interesting perks of the .50 caliber cartridge, its disadvantages are also worth looking into. Its major drawbacks originate from its large weight and recoil. The .50 caliber needs to be used in firearms that weigh more than the average. This makes it hard to handle or carry about, thus dropping its effectiveness. The .50 caliber recoil can't be tossed aside, and that means having to deal with the resistance that would come with its control and the drop in its fire accuracy. It is most especially worthy of note in situations with a need for rapid firing. What more would surround the use of such a lethal round? Regulation. The use of the .50 caliber is frowned upon in some countries and straight up banned in others. A significant number of states in the US have crossed out the right to use .50 caliber weapons by civilians for fear of their use for terrorism. Since it can be obtained from the black market, there are reported cases of its use in criminal activities. The United Kingdom also has similar laws limiting the round to military or armed forces use only. The .50 caliber used in many US military weapons comes in different variants. There's an armor-piercing M8 used in machine guns like the M85, M3, and M2. There's also an M33 ball used in over 30 countries, but usually for practice. The .50 caliber M17 is used to destroy unarmored targets, and the .50 caliber's MK211 is used on armored vehicles. Given its hardened steel core, the .50 caliber's M20 APIT will also exert much damage on impact. That being said, what do you think about the lethality of the .50 caliber? Is it worth the hype? Like and share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you find this video informative, click on the next for another exciting piece of content.